Well, I'd like to start by introducing myself. I'm Nate Kay. I'm a senior project engineer with Martin Controls. At Martin Controls, we're a systems integrator. We offer the standard control engineering suite of services, including control panel design, PLC programming, process control, motion, SCADA, and HMI. There's also several specialty areas that we focus on. We have several TÜV certified functional safety engineers, and some of our other specialty services include machine vision and data collection. So who do we work with on our projects? We work with people at all levels of industry, including those in research and development, engineering, management, business, purchasing, and of course the operators on the plant floor. Now, for our customers, they face unique challenges on every project. Some of the common challenges we encounter include tight schedules, plant shutdowns, budgets, and working on legacy equipment. Now, some of the industries we work with are pretty diverse, which include automotive, OEM, chemical, life science, and university. A little bit of background on Martin Controls. We've been in business since 1993, and along the way have received a number of awards and recognitions. For example, in 2016, we received the Inductive Automation Firebrand Award. Also at Martin Controls, we have an internal scope assurance policy. It's a documented method that we follow on all of our projects to help ensure that we provide the highest level of quality for our customers and at the same time meet our customers' expectations. Now, one area that's been receiving a lot of attention lately is the topic of the Industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT. And we found that terms like IIoT and Industry 4.0 can have different meaning to different audiences. So we wanted to take a moment to present our perspective on IIoT. We could use the analogy of personal banking. At one time, we know that personal banking was done in person, maybe at a branch office or using an ATM. But now for most of us, our banking is done online. We may make deposits, even cash checks, and transfer funds using a smartphone or our personal computer. Banking also incorporates a high level of security. And the banking industry now uses technology like AI and machine learning for fraud detection. For example, if you make a purchase in New York, a couple hours later make one in LA, there's a good chance that your bank is running software algorithms that will detect that and freeze your account. It's not that much different with industrial controls and automation. Most of us can think of a time where we had to walk up to a machine to view its status. Oftentimes, when it came to large SCADA systems, we'd have to sit down in a control room to see what was going on. If we got a troubleshooting call, we'd often have to drive to the plant to see what the problem was. And when it came to data was logged to local databases or log files, and we'd often have to go out physically and copy those files to access that data. But now things are different. We can view screens remotely on our mobile devices. We have the ability to remotely connect into systems for troubleshooting or to make changes. And when it comes to diagnostic data, we can now receive that data in real time in the form of alarm notification in email or text messages. And when it comes to real-time data, it's not just available on the plant floor anymore. Rather, that data can be available enterprise-wide in real time. There's a couple key components to the technology that we've been using for these IIoT type solutions. One key component is edge devices. Edge devices can act as an interface between the plant floor and the outside network. They enable us to collect data without relying on traditional and expensive PLC and SCADA systems. And they help provide an interface between legacy and modern equipment, and can even act as protocol converters, supporting lightweight protocols like MQTT. Another component of IIoT is the network devices. These include devices like NAT routers, firewalls, and cellular modems. And they can also help provide additional layers of security. Now, one obstacle that systems integrators encounter is trying to connect through existing IT infrastructure. Network devices enable us to have remote connectivity requiring minimal changes to the existing networks. And of course, we have the cloud. Using the cloud, we can collect data from multiple locations and gather this data into a central database, making it accessible over secure internet connections. And once the data is in the cloud, we can run analytics, machine learning, and reporting. And of course, with the cloud comes modern SCADA. We can now host SCADA systems in the cloud, which are accessible from anywhere. And we can have SCADA clients that run on mobile devices and tablets, and they can use apps and APIs to interface with the SCADA software, freeing us from having to install PC-based solutions. So how's Martin Controls incorporating Opto 22 on our IIoT projects? Well, there's two projects we wanted to mention today. The first involves mobile equipment. There's a system we're working on that uses Opto 22 on mobile machinery across the U.S. This equipment relies on cellular connections. We're currently implementing a cloud-based SCADA system to connect the Opto 22 EPIC controllers, collect data, and provide web browser-based applications. What's the advantage that we see in using Opto 22? Opto 22 is at the forefront of IoT technology. Out of the box, Opto 22 incorporates technologies like MQTT and Node-RED, allowing for fast setup times and ease of use. A second project we're working on involves collecting big data from the edge of network. We have an in-house project using Opto 22 equipment, including their new Rio module, to collect data and analyze it for use in preventative maintenance. What's the advantage that we see in using Opto 22? Devices like the Rio are ideally suited for this type of application. It gives us the flexibility to mix and match data collection from multiple sources without having to add or modify the existing control systems or network architectures. Also, it allows us to perform the computations at the edge of network, which can really reduce server-side programming and network traffic. In conclusion, we're happy to be able to partner with companies like Opto 22 that are on the forefront of IoT technology. Opto 22 offers a great selection of products to fit our IoT applications.